Hi and welcome back again to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas holiday. Happy New Year to you all. If you're new here on this channel, thanks for joining. My name is Victoria. Kindly subscribe, like, and join this beautiful family. You won't be disappointed. I hope you guys enjoyed my last episode about investment. So moving on from that, we're going to be discussing about stock market today. You might have heard about investing in shares and stock. So I'm going to be introducing stock markets and stock itself. We're going to be discussing to understand what is actually stock market and what is stock. So let us get started. So what is stock market? Stock market is just a catch-all terms that are often used when people talk about buying and selling of shares within a public listed company like Google, Apple's, and Tesla. The stock market is not a physical place. Instead, it is a collection of global network of investors who interact with each other to buy and sell stock within a public listed company. Bear in mind that unlisted companies, private limited companies, they cannot issue shares. Okay, it is illegal for non-public companies to issue shares. Hence, it is only public listed companies that can issue shares to the public. Yeah. So we've understood now that stock market is not a physical place. It is a collection of global network of individuals, or rather investors, who interact with each other to buy and sell shares that are listed within a public listed company. Okay. Moving on, let us understand what is actually stock, because that's what investors usually buy and sell. So what is stock? Stock is simply a slice of ownership in a company, a slice ownership of the wealth of a company. So when you buy a stock, you'll be able to enjoy the company's success, including their failures. Okay, you might sometimes hear the term stock used interchangeably with shares or equity, but they are all the same thing. So the total amount of stock that a company has in circulation, this is known as the company's market capitalization. Okay, company's market capitalization is simply the worth of that company. Okay, so moving on, let us understand how the stock market actually works. You see, the stock market works by letting people interact directly with publicly listed companies. If companies are doing well, more people might want to buy the company's stock. And this can actually push the share price up as demand increases and supply falls. So now let's understand what is stock exchange. Stock exchange is simply where stocks in public companies are listed for investors to buy and sell. So they pair people who want to buy stock with people who want to sell the same stock. So example of stock exchange includes the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE in the US, and London Stock Exchange, LSE, here in the United Kingdom. So the majority of investing on stock exchange is done through online investing providers. So to get exposure to companies that are listed on London Stock Exchange, for instance, you just need to have an account with an online provider like Moneyballs and so many others. Okay, you'll be investing in track funds which have a range of unique benefits. Okay, so moving on, let's learn about stock exchange examples like the oldest stock exchange in the world. We're going to start off with London Stock Exchange, LSE. LSE is one of the oldest stock exchange in the world and the largest in the United Kingdom. So the next stock exchange is Euronext. Euronext is a pan-European stock exchange. So many of the European largest companies are listed on Euronext exchange. Okay, so the next is New York Stock Exchange, the famous NYSE, the largest stock exchange in the world in terms of the market cap of its listed companies. So the next is Nasdaq, another New York-based stock exchange. It is the second largest in the world. So the final stock exchange we have today is Tokyo Stock Exchange, the largest stock exchange in Asia by the total market cap of its listed companies. So the last stock market topic we're going to be discussing today is stock market index. Okay, a stock market index measures the performance of a group of shares or other financial assets that are listed on a particular stock exchange. For example, the London Stock Exchange. It is the main stock exchange in the UK, and the FTSE 100 is a stock market index that tracks the performance of the 100 largest companies that are listed in the London Stock Exchange. So some of the stock market index examples are FTSE 100. It tracks the performance of the 100 largest companies listed on London Stock Exchange, and also we have S&P 500 that tracks the 500 largest companies listed on US Stock Exchange. Okay, the next is the Nasdaq 100 that tracks the 100 largest non-financial companies listed on Nasdaq. We also have Dow Jones Industrial Average. It tracks the performance of the 30 well-known companies that are listed on US Stock Exchange. And the final one is the Nikkei 225 that tracks the 225 largest companies listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. So finally, guys, we've come to the end of today's video. I hope you've grabbed one or two things here about stock market. If you have any question, leave the question down below in the comment section and I'll do well to answer you. With that, stay safe wherever you are and keep trusting God, keep believing God for greater things, for He loves you and He has good plan for you. Have a wonderful day. Bye and see you next time.